Alright, so my name is Dizzy. How you guys doing? Yeah, so this is definitely going to just be my take on Amy Rose. And as you can see, yes, I do. I think they have fully ruined Amy's character. And I really do. And I'm not going to get too deep into the political reasons, but I'm just going to kind of say a couple things. And you guys can disagree with my points if you want to, but this is how I feel about it. As being a Sonic fan my whole life, and I've been super enthralled in the comics, the video games. You know, I was a mega fan, bro. Now, again, and I just want to say this is a bit of a disclaimer, I'm basically over it. I'm over the Sonic stories, okay? I guess I'm not fully over it since I'm making this freaking video. But at this point, the point is, the Sonic story is no longer what I'm truly interested in Sonic games anymore. I'm more so focused on, in the modern Sonic games, the gameplay, you know, the fights, the bosses, and how Sonic kind of interacts with the world he's putting in the video game. Like I'm more interested in how Sonic plays now. And honestly, I'm more interested in like a Monster of the Week type of story deal where Sonic's like fighting the big bad and just destroys him, and then boom, he can go off somewhere and do parkour and be free. That's all I really care about, because as I can see with the Sonic story, they are going in a direction that personally I just don't care for. I don't care for. I'm not excited for, and I'm just not interested in. And it kind of sucks because I was kind of interested, but then they kind of destroyed it, especially with Sonic Frontiers. Sonic Frontiers and what they've been saying with Amy, I'm probably gonna have a picture up about what they got, the description of what Amy is now and her personality is. I'm not gonna read it. You can read it if you want, but after you read that, you either like this change, you think that, oh, this is good, this is fine, or you either dislike this change. And I'm on the dislike this change train. And I think the reason why I dislike it is because of the fact that I am a longtime Sonic fan. I've seen how Amy acts and interacts. I've seen how Amy's character has changed, and I honestly like what they were doing with her. Now, I get it. She seems too overbearing. She's trying to pressure Sonic into doing something he doesn't want to do, and blah, 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 blah. That is not what it was. I'm telling you, that is not what Amy was all about. I'm just going to say this real quick. Amy, okay, she was obviously in love with Sonic. She was in love with Sonic because why? Sonic saved her life, okay? Plain and simple. She saw how strong and fast and how cool Sonic was. Sonic saved her life from Metal Sonic. She fell in love with Sonic. And also because, you know, the tarot cards, and she was on that, you know, girl thing where they like to, the star signs and astrology, all that, whatever. But she fell in love with Sonic. And she wanted to marry him. So over the years, she's been trying to get with Sonic, but Sonic's like, oh snap, you know, nah, like I'm too free. I don't want to be held down. That's kind of what I've been seeing in regards, or maybe this is my own headcanon or whatever, but from the comics that I've read, from the video games, Sonic he doesn't want to be held down. He's a free person. He wants to be free. He wants to do what he wants to do. He wants to take down big enemies and freaking sleep outside and run around. He's a free hedgehog, right? Boom, simple. Amy was like, boom, okay, but I want to be with this guy. The only way for Amy, she probably thought to herself, the only way that she wanted to be with, or was able to be with Sonic, is if she's able to keep up with Sonic, right? And that's not an easy feat. It's not the easiest thing to be able to keep up with Sonic. So over the years, she's been chasing Sonic, you know, because she wanted to marry him, but she's been chasing him down so she could be able to show Sonic that she could keep up with him. That's what we're kind of seeing in Sonic X. And a great example of it was Sonic Battle. Now, I don't know if a lot of you remember Sonic Battle, but that game had the story was kind of weird. It was an interesting story, but I liked how they made Amy in Sonic Battle, right? In Sonic Battle, straight up, Amy's whole thing was, I think it was like boxer size or whatever the freak she was doing. And she basically trained every day because she wanted to be strong enough and fast enough to be able to catch Sonic. She wanted to be able to keep up with Sonic because in my mind, in my head canon, because you know that's what Sonic fans like to do, is create head canon. Sonic was like, hey, listen, I'm not trying to be just slow and stop and I gotta stop and wait for you. I want to be able to go as fast as I want, do what I want, be as free as I want, and just do what I want. Sonic wanted to be able to continue to live his lifestyle without having to slow down. And Amy kind of understood that, and so she's like, yo, I have to make sure that I'm able to keep up with Sonic's lifestyle so I can be with him. And so that's why she was so kind of obsessed with getting stronger. And her obsession with Sonic basically made her stronger as a person. As you can see over the years, Amy not only was able to, she's gotten stronger in her abilities and what she wanted to, you know, and what she does, but she does it because of what Sonic inspired her, and she was in love with him. That's what I always thought, and it was interesting to me. Yeah, it was goofy. You know, Amy was like, "You're gonna marry me," and all this junk. That was more of the comical aspect of it. Obviously, that was like that old early 2090s comedy, Japanese comedy of like the female really wanting to be or super in love with the main protagonist or the cool guy. Like, it was just kind of what it was. But if you look past the comedy, you could see that what they were kind of trying to go for, and I liked it. I thought, you know, that's what I liked about Amy, her entire character, the little funny dynamic. Now that they're kind of just, they said forget that dynamic. Amy is now off camera, mind you. This didn't even happen in a video game where Amy kind of had this realization that she wanted to just forget Sonic, I'm gonna be my own girl boss thing. Just happened out of nowhere. In Sonic Frontier, she just decided, this just happened out of nowhere. As you can see from the little description, it says she's no longer chasing after Sonic, even though she has love for him. It's like, really? You know, it's like, I get what you're trying to do, but it's also like you're kind of destroying this character. Now, I'm telling you, this is just a boring version of Amy. I'm not trying to see a girl boss, Captain Marvel, strong female lead character Amy, because it's just gonna make her, it's not her character. It's not what Amy's character was. Now, I get it, characters can change, but not always for the better. I don't think this is going to be a better version of Amy. Like, I'm not trying to get a Amy video game, all right, about whatever the heck Amy's trying to do. I don't know, like, it's not what I was interested in Amy's character. That's not what I was interested in. Amy's character was always all about Sonic, and that's what made her stronger, man. But whatever. That is what they're doing. That is why I honestly I think that Amy's character is definitely ruined. And this is another reason why I'm just not necessarily interested in how the Sonic stories are going nowadays. But it is what it is. This is what Sega wants to do. I'm not angry, all right? It's just a bit jarring and a bit disappointing. And I just, again, that's why I think Amy's character is definitely just not something that I'm interested in. And honestly, I think a lot of people do like Sonic Prime. People are messing with it. I personally not messing with Sonic Prime. It's not interested in it, you know. It's just not for me as a Sonic fan. I can see that they're kind of trying to do this. Eventually, I can already tell they're getting ready to do some weird Sonic multiverse crap, kind of like on Spider-Man multiverse stuff. They're probably getting ready to lead into that. And it's just like, that's just not what I'm interested in, man. I'm not interested in this whole multiverse stuff. And this is just an American thing, you know, with this huge multiverse story interwoven thing, timelines and all this. It's like, but whatever. Hey, that's how I feel about it, you know. And yeah, man, that's really about it. If you guys have any disagreements, please tell me how you feel about it. But that's my thoughts about it. And yeah, that's it. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more. And your boy's out. Peace.